Welcome to the Mississippi Coliseum, site of the Class 3A Boys State Championship game we're about to see between the Booneville Blue Devils and the Kemper County Wildcats. Thanks for joining us here tonight. I am Travis Raycheck, soon to be joined on the broadcast by Orion Watson as well as Ray Coleman as we get ready for what should be a great matchup here in Class 3A. And probably the highlight player of the entire tournament will be on display tonight. He is the McDonald's All-American for Kemper County, and of course we're talking about Devontae Pollard, the senior coming in as the leading scorer, leading rebounder for this Kemper County team, and the guy that everybody will be looking out for tonight. He has this Wildcat group on a 14-game win streak in the semifinal matchup win over Aberdeen. Mr. Pollard went for 22 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks in a gutsy performance. Now for Booneville, they're the 2011 3A state champs. They are here for a repeat, and they are here with a much loaded group with most of the guys back from that squad. It is all led by the junior, though, Kenny Paul Gino, a 6'6" shooter who went for 22 points and 10 rebounds in the Blue Devils win over Bailey last Friday night. So it is Booneville led by Coach Michael Smith and Kemper County led by head coach Kelvin Young here in the Class 3A boys finals matchup at the Big House. Both of these teams coming from opposite ends of the state. Booneville representing the north, Kemper County representing the south. And we've got a packed house on hand as we get ready for this big-time matchup. And again, we will be closely watching a lot of the players on display tonight, but Pollard is the one that we'll have our eyes on, and there will be a lot of eyes on him. College coaches abound are in attendance to check on this highly touted recruit. So once again, it is the 32-3 Booneville Blue Devils taking on the 27-8 Kemper County Wildcats in the boys Class 3A championships. We'll have tip-off coming up in just a minute here on the MHSAA Network.
Generations of young men and women shaped leaders of the past and guided those to come, lending a hand, finding solutions, honoring a heritage of compassion and service, a feeling of family that starts at home with a global reach, rooted in the foundation of our past, creating the future. This is our state, Mississippi State University.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the MHSAA network, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
The 2012 MHSAA Basketball Championships are brought to you by Mississippi State University, committed to advancing our state through learning, research, and service. For more information, go to msstate.edu. Also, C-Spire Wireless, your personalized network. Bank Plus, it's more than a name, it's a promise. And Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center, life is a sport. And we are ready for this Class 3A boys championship matchup. Once again, I'm Travis Raycheck, now joined by Orion Watson, and we're in for a treat. We have front row seats to check out one of the top players, not only in the state, but the entire country, in Devontae Pollard tonight.
Absolutely, big-time talent. I've seen him play on several occasions. Looking forward to him to bring his A game to the table tonight.
He's got help on that side with Nick Giles, but they've got a tough matchup. Booneville won it all last year and they're loaded with players. Kenny Paulino jumps to mind coming off a 22-point performance in the semifinal game for the Blue Devils.
Absolutely. When you take a look at Booneville, they seem to have a balanced attack. Not only do you have Kenny Paulino, but you're also looking at Keldrick Leslie and Darius Leach. So he definitely has a supporting cast. So I'm looking forward to an interesting basketball game tonight.
And you're looking at Mississippi State head basketball coach Rick Stansberry in the crowd tonight. No doubt checking in on Devontae Pollard, who is the number 9 rated player in the entire country according to Rivals.com. And there is another head coach from the Alabama Crimson Tide. That is Anthony Grant, also ready to see what Mr. Pollard has to offer because he is uncommitted right now, and both Mississippi State and Alabama are on his list of potential schools that he will sign with. There's the man that we will all be looking at. He's 6'7", and he brings athletic ability, Orion, that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very versatile player, can go inside, can go out, can extend you out on the perimeter and penetrate to the basket. Outstanding leaping ability, I tell you. We're in for a real treat tonight, and I'm curious to see where he's going to end up signing.
So it'll be Pollard and Gino in the circle as we get ready. Kemper County in the all-blue uniforms, Booneville in the all-white. And a great crowd on hand tonight. Probably the best we've seen all tournament long. And here we go. There you see it right off the bat. Pollard leaps, tips it back to the point guard, Giles. Jonathan Jr. works it inside, give and go. Jr. shoots the first one on the wing. His shot is no good, but tipped out to Giles. Now they work it down inside to Pollard. Pollard goes to work on the block, backs his man down, knocks over Gino, and scores.
Hey, and you look at him, 6'7", 6'8", lefty, but there showed the versatility and utilized the right hand.
Oh, they go lob right away. Gino can't corral it with the left hand, but he got up high. So back the other way. Here comes Pollard. Baseline, and the foul called on him.
I tell you, that's one thing that Kemper County cannot afford. They cannot afford for Mr. Pollard to get into any type of foul trouble, especially early on.
Devontae Pollard played every single minute of the semifinal game, the win over Aberdeen, and they needed him on the floor for all of those minutes as well. So here comes Booneville the other way. Good feed underneath. The layup is up and good. That one scored by Jordan Miller.
I tell you, both teams are starting out in some aggressive play here starting out. It looks like both teams are set in a man-to-man, so looks like it's going to be a physical one tonight.
And Pollard dumps it down inside to the other big man up front. That is Albert Greer, and he finishes it off for the Cats.
Great excitement, great energy to start out this basketball game. Kemper County going straight to the inside, started out with.
So Greer will head to the line. His free throw is good, completes the three-point play, and gives Kemper County a 3-point lead. So bringing it up is Darius Leach. He's the guy that makes it all go for Booneville. Swinging around to Keldrick Leslie.
Got some good on-ball pressure by Kemper County starting out.
Good feed down low. Once again, that time contact drawn by Jordan Miller, and he will head to the line. And you can see Kemper will feed some guys into the paint, give them a little bit of lane because they know they've got the big fella inside.
Absolutely, and Booneville starting out, looks like their strategy is they want to go straight inside, maybe create some opportunities for some fouls, and good game plan to start out with.
Jordan Miller hits the first of 2 free throws. The second one is good as well. He has all 4 points. Kemper County leading 5-4, almost 2 minutes into the first quarter of this 3A championship game. Giles coming off a 20-point performance in the semifinals, brings it up. Now Kemper will work it around to Allen Griffin in the corner, and he'll let it get back to Giles to reset at the top. They're looking for Pollard inside. Pollard turns. His shot is too strong, but can't corral the rebound. He's getting good looks. That one was just a little too strong off the back iron.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we're going to see a whole lot more of that as the night goes on. I mean, if they're going to have a chance to win it, he's definitely going to have to be one of the key guys that's going to deliver.
Now Gino tries to work as he sets the screen for Leach. Inside, good look. Miller, once again, though, this time he has it stripped away.
Spent a little too much time in the lane on that possession.
The refs called it 3 seconds. So Giles will bring it up. His Wildcats team on top by a point. This is a Kemper County team riding a 14-game win streak, have definitely found their stride late in the season after a few early struggles.
Yeah, and I tell you, they're peaking at the right time, and definitely that stretch got them here to the championship game, and there we're seeing some outside touch from Mr. Pollard. Didn't go down, but nice range.
That time the floater in the lane is no good, so Junior swings it out and gets it to Giles, who'll run the other way. Griffin will fire from the corner. His shot is no good, and Gino skies for the rebound and draws the foul on Greer.
I'll tell you what, you don't maybe hear a lot about Mr. Gino, but I'm going to tell you, he is playing very, very aggressive to start out this ball game. They went to him on the first possession for a lob, but I look for him to be a major factor in this ball game today.
He's got sneaky athleticism. You might not think it, but he can definitely get up. Wide open on the wing. That shot is no good, but a rebound in the block by Pollard. He got up to knock that one away from Leslie.
Big time, I tell you. Looks like he had his elbow over the rim on that one.
Look inside from the elbow. That time a little too strong, and back comes Leslie the other way. Almost gets his shot blocked again, but Miller on the rebound. He does get it blocked by Pollard, and they get it up to Junior. And as he drives and lays it in, his attempt is no good, but Jonathan Junior does draw the foul, and I see the look on your faces. Those last 2 blocks by Pollard have been jaw-dropping.
Absolutely, I tell you, he is definitely cleaning the backboard tonight, but doesn't look like Booneville is going to back down. I mean, their strategy looks like they're going to continue to attack him tonight, and I tell you, this game is definitely being played above the rim tonight.
High pace so far, so first substitution for Coach Young as he brings in Corey Mason and gives Alan Griffin a quick breather. Junior at the line. Second free throw is good, and that'll extend the early lead for Kemper County to 6-4.
We're seeing a little soft pressure here in the backcourt, but applied by Kemper County.
Jake Hall drives baseline. He runs into trouble and steps out of bounds, and the Cats force a turnover.
Going to be curious to see here on this possession where Kemper County goes.
Pollard sets up on his block. He'll spin, get his shot up, and good, plus the foul. They went to 24.
That shot will probably get him going, but I tell you what, he's going to have his hands full with Gino. I tell you, he's not going to back down from him at all. So watching those two tonight, it's going to be really, really exciting.
Quick substitution for Coach Smith as he brings in Leach back into the game, gives Hall a breather now as Pollard knocks down the free throw. He's got 5 quick ones in the first quarter.
Nice soft touch for a big man, I tell you, from the charity stripe.
Leslie takes it the distance, and Keldrick Leslie lays it in. That shot from the outside is up and good. Junior with the triple.
I tell you, we're seeing some good shooting to start out this ball game.
Here comes Gino. Gino will pull up on the baseline just a little bit short, pulled down by Junior. And now he'll let Giles go. Jonathan Junior will fire again. He hits again. That's back-to-back threes for Jonathan Jr. And on cue, Coach Smith calls for the timeout.
Yeah, I tell you, that was a really good timeout there. I mean, you're starting to see the sizzle out of Kemper County. So good timeout. Slow the game down. Try to settle your team down. Get them back going with a good, solid possession when they come out of that timeout.
15-6, the Wildcats on top. And I've got to imagine the more Junior and some of these other guys are going to hit outside shots, it's just going to open things up for Pollard inside.
Absolutely. I mean, to have somebody like Pollard on the inside, and he can go outside too as well, but to have your supporting cast to be able to knock down the outside shot would definitely open up a whole lot more opportunities for him on the inside.
Coming out of the timeout, Booneville will bring it up. It'll be Leslie. As he works it around to Jack Nichols, who's now in the game. Leslie's wild shot, no good, but he will draw contact and get a chance for 2 free throws.
I tell you, good individual one-on-one play there. Caught the defense, leaning to one side and attacking straight down the middle. Got him a foul and gets him an opportunity for 2 at the stripe.
Leslie, the leading scorer on this team, had 13 points in the win over Bailey last Friday, but maybe even more impressive, he had 19 points, led all in the 2011 title game when Booneville brought home a championship just a year ago.
I tell you, we got a good pace going here so far. Energy is real high. You're seeing a lot of athleticism out here on the court tonight. So
set up for a good one, that's for sure, as Leslie hits both free throws. And now the pressure comes from the Blue Devils. And here's one of the other luxuries of Pollard. He can handle it and bring it up by himself. He'll drive all the way in and foul before he made his move to the bucket.
I tell you, we've come to a point now where we used to see that kind of size, 6'7", 6'8", just only play inside. And now you're seeing the 6'7", 6'8s now out on the perimeter can do everything that a point guard can do.
They'll just lob it up to Pollard on the inbounds. He's working on the right side of the goal here. Active hands, though, knock it away. And they'll kick it back up top to Mason. Pollard will spin baseline. Pollard runs into trouble, and he gets pinned underneath the basket. But quickly, Booneville turns it right back over. Mason will go baseline. He dumps it off. Datrell Bell, no. Pollard, put back. Pollard stuffs it home.
Wow. That ought to get the crowd going.
And again, Booneville getting a little erratic as they turn it over once more. A 17-8 lead for the Wildcats, 7 coming from Devontae Pollard.
I tell you, he is every bit of worth the price of admission.
Junior swings it over to Mason. Mason draws a foul there on the outside. Shaquille Prather couldn't get his feet set in front of him. There's the 15th foul, so no bonus yet. They'll throw it in.
Tell you, as this game continues to go on, I mean, they definitely got to find an answer for Mr. Pollard.
Now Pollard will get double teamed. He'll dump it back to Mason. Mason's shot won't go. And a foul underneath as Gino grabs the rebound.
And there again, you see Pollard demonstrating, you know, another facet of his game. I mean, give and go. Pass down the middle. Just didn't convert on that particular play, but good versatility from the big man.
And it looks like Booneville is going to immediately go to the double team every time he gets it down there on the block.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to have to make somebody else on Kemper County's teams to step up and become a scorer in this game besides Mr. Pollard.
Tough shot goes in for Gino, and he is on the board for his first points of the night.
Yeah, good strong move going to the basket. They need more production out of him tonight.
Pollard operate a little bit farther away from the basket this time. And they'll call the foul that time, though. Another one, as this one goes on Jack Nichols.
Yeah, I tell you, every time they're bringing that double team, I mean, it has to be a good, clean double team. Unfortunately, you can't use those hands in that situation.
A couple of changes coming for Booneville. Jake Hall re-enters the game. Also, Josh McClelland in for Kemper County now.
Booneville still in that man-to-man.
Mason dumps it off to McClellan, but he is called for a charge in the lane.
Great defensive play there. Penetration to the basket, and Booneville steps in and absorbs that contact, takes that charge, and we're going the other way.
Leslie will make his move into the lane. Off-balance shot, no. Gino goes for the rebound, no. Out comes Pollard. He'll take the length of the floor. Pollard with the right hand floats it in.
Starts the break and finishes the break and finishes it with the right hand.
Pollard, the natural lefty. Feed to Gino. Gino, no. Pollard deflects it, but he fights, gets another shot at it. That one is too strong.
I tell you, Pollard is really creating some problems for Booneville, making them alter their shots. He's gotten several blocks in here so far, so definitely impacting the game.
And here he is operating one-on-one. 10 seconds to go, first quarter. Pollard moves to his right. He'll drive into the lane. Pollard lays it up, but he is called for the charge. Gino steps in and takes it, and that's 2 on Devontae Pollard.
Yeah, I tell you, that could play an important role down the stretch in this basketball game. They cannot afford to get him in some serious foul trouble early on in this game.
Shot at the buzzer is up and too high off the window by Leach. So at the end of 1, it's the Kemper County Wildcats behind an impressive first quarter from Devontae Pollard on top of Booneville, 19-10.
"2012 could be the end of the rut you're in, of telling yourself you don't have the time, of worrying if you can afford it. No more excuses. With Antonelli College, 2012 could be the year you start training for a career you really want, the beginning of a brighter future, the start of something better. Antonelli College."
Did you know Mississippi's 15 community colleges will teach more than 250,000 people in an average year? Nearly 72% of all college freshmen in our state attend a community college. Average tuition and required fees for the whole academic year are just $2,174. A community college is close to wherever you live. Community colleges provide education and workforce training to help us build job skills. Community colleges, in our second century, making a difference in the lives of Mississippians.
Hotel stays at the Cabot Lodge Jackson North and the Cabot Lodge Millsaps include a complimentary hot breakfast buffet, evening reception with beverages and popcorn, access to a fitness center and complimentary wireless access, meeting rooms for corporate or social functions available at both locations, on North State Street in Jackson near Millsaps College and in Ridgeland off I-55 at County Line Road. Reservation information available at cabotlodge.com.
Broadcasts of the MHSAA High School Championships are made possible in part by Antonelli College, with campuses in Jackson and Hattiesburg, as well as online classes. Mississippi Community Colleges and the 15 public community and junior colleges around the state. Cabot Lodge Jackson North and Cabot Lodge Millsaps, plus McAllister's Deli. Delicious is in the details. Also by Applebee's. Applebee's proudly supports Mississippi high school basketball. And by Mama Hamil's, serving up scrumptious Southern comfort food. And we are back ready for the second quarter of this 3A Boys Championship game. Kemper County on top, 19-10. Booneville will start with the first possession of the quarter.
We see Kemper County has come back out now in the zone, probably to protect Mr. Pollard from another foul.
He does have to be careful down there. Pollard grabs that rebound. That's his 6th rebound already tonight. But like we said, he picked up that 2nd personal foul at the end of the quarter. Got to be real careful not to pick up the 3rd before the half.
Absolutely. I mean, if any way he picks up that 3rd, I mean, now we'll absolutely get a chance to see what Kemper County could do without him, but that would definitely play a huge factor in tonight's game.
And you know, Coach Young may be content letting the clock run a little bit this quarter and not pressing the issue. He's got a 9-point lead. You can milk it a little bit. Now Pollard, his jumper. That one fires just a little bit off. Gino pulls down the board.
Now we're seeing versatility with Gino bringing it up, running the point.
That time, the floater up and good from Leslie, and you saw Pollard was not as aggressive on that attempt in the lane.
Absolutely. You know, when you start to rack up on the fouls, I mean, it certainly plays a factor in what you can do on the court.
This time, Pollard draws the foul on Miller, and he will head to the line.
I'll tell you, good, solid move there by Pollard. And just seeing the versatility, you know he's left-handed, but in midair, he's able to switch and go over and use that right hand, which is really, really impressive.
That free throw is no good, which is an aberration. Devontae Pollard, a very good free throw shooter. He hit 10 of 11 in some big ones for Kemper County in the win on Saturday over Aberdeen.
I tell you, whenever you get a chance to go to the charity stripe, I mean, you got to lock in, you got to focus, because those free throws could come back and play a major role in deciding who wins this ball game toward the end of it.
Pollard hits the 2nd one, so he's already in double-digit scoring. That was his 10th point of the night, 20-10. Kemper with the lead.
And Kemper is back in that zone now. Looks like a 2-3 could go for a 3-2.
Leslie drives baseline that time. The foul, though, called on Greer.
I tell you, Leslie shows a lot of athletic ability. He's able to put the ball on the floor. He's able to get to the basket. He's able to get his shot up even with the defender in his face. So he looks like a solid ball player.
Keldrick Leslie played in the high school all-star game this summer, and as I was told by some people asking about his game, that's what they said. They said he's a slasher, he's a finisher, and is really good at getting to the basket and getting points in bunches.
Yeah, he's one of those players, I think if he gets on a roll, he could be hard to stop.
2nd free throw, no good. Pollard comes down with the board. Nick Giles now sets it up at the top. And we'll spread the floor and let Giles go to work. He kicks on the wing to Junior. Junior now to Griffin. You know, in that first quarter, 2 of the biggest shots of Jonathan Jr. hit back-to-back threes that really helped build the lead. Yeah. This time, Griffin will fire. Griffin will knock it down from the outside.
3-ball from the side pocket there. Outside shooting. Kemper County looks good.
They've hit 3 threes. Booneville has yet to hit 1. Again, trying to find open looks in that zone, just working on the perimeter.
Zone right now for Kemper County seems to be working. Booneville is going to have to step up and hit some outside shots, and they're definitely going to have to find some of the gaps in the zone to be able to break the zone down too as well.
This time Leslie will fire from the outside. Leslie's shot too strong, but look at Gino, sky for the board, blocked by Pollard.
I tell you, I don't know how many blocks he has thus far.
Another one from the outside. Another one knocked down by Jonathan Jr., his 3rd triple of the ball game.
Nothing but nylon.
And again, Coach Smith has to settle his guys down and get a timeout call.
I tell you, Kemper County is really showing a well-rounded balance. I tell you, not only do they have Pollard as a weapon, but that outside 3 is really falling for them. They are really stroking that basketball right now.
4 of 6 from the outside right now. 3 of those coming from Jonathan Jr. He also has 10, so he's tied for the most points in the game alongside Pollard.
Absolutely. I tell you, when you got that kind of combination going, I mean, Booneville is going to have to come back, and they're going to have to find a way to get out and change and make Kemper County do something different than what they're doing right now. Right now, they're spreading the floor. They're dribble penetrating, kicking the ball out to their shooters, and the shooters are getting some good open looks.
Back from the timeout, Booneville has the ball. They work it up top with Leach, also in the game now, Antonio Crump. And Leslie will drive. Leslie will kick it in the corner to Crump. His baseline jumper is short, but Leslie there for the rebound. Thrown out of there by Pollard. Here comes Giles. Giles up and under, but just rattles out.
Wow, the big fella.
Gino, baseline, and he stops a lot shorter that time and can't hit again. Even when he's not blocking shots, Pollard altering them.
Absolutely. Forcing Booneville to adjust on every shot that they take.
Oh, but Gino responds with a huge block of his own.
Wow.
Now Leach will fire. That one is no good, and Pollard and Gino both after it, but the Cats come away.
Absolutely. I tell you, we're seeing
Nick
bodies
Giles
on the floor.
the other way.
Bodies on the floor, guys being aggressive and going hard. And we had a nice finish down here by Kemper.
A 15-point lead built by Kemper County here, just over at the halfway point of the second quarter. Ooh, close one there. As Pollard gets another block. And then the foul drawn on Greer. Okay, maybe he hasn't lost his aggressiveness.
I tell you, he really has to be really careful. You know, the coach may want to think about giving him a break right about now. You've got a nice cushion, so it may be a good opportunity to rest him now and make sure you have him for the entire second half.
I look across the court and I see Rick Stansberry sitting next to Robert Kirby from Georgetown, Stansberry, the head man at MSU, Anthony Grant down the row from us, and they got to be salivating, and they got to be ready to fight each other out for whoever lands Pollard, because he is that good.
He is. He's that good. He's a difference maker, and he could go into a program right now and really become an impact player.
First free throw from Leslie is good. Substitution made. It is not for Pollard. It is Greer coming out and Josh McClellan in for the Wildcats.
I tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if Pollard has a double-double by now. I mean, he's really been blocking a lot of shots, but he's been collecting a lot of rebounds too as well.
Second free throw, no good. So Kemper County doubling up Booneville right now, 28-14. Under 3.5 to go, second quarter of this 3A title game.
Booneville is an aggressive man-to-man.
Giles with a nice crossover, and he draws a foul. That'll send him to the line for the bonus.
You know, I know we talk about Pollard a lot, but in looking at Nick Giles, I tell you, he sees the floor well. He's breaking the defense down on the penetration, which is creating a lot of opportunities for Kemper County. So, you know, he is doing a solid job at the point guard position.
He's a very calming presence in what has been a frenetic pace so far, and a guy that he fills up the stat sheet too. 20 points, 6 boards, 4 steals in that win over Aberdeen to get him to this point.
Yeah, I tell you, in any team that you have, you've got to have a solid leader and you've got to have a solid point guard, and he brings both of those qualities to the table.
Knocks down both free throws, now 30-16. Crump will drive baseline, he'll kick it back up top to Leach. Leslie takes his shot from the corner. Blocked again by Pollard. Huge rejection.
Wow, I tell you, we are seeing a display.
And now he pulls up. The right-handed floater is good.
Teardrop from
I'm
the
done.
fella.
I'm done. I've got a night's worth of basketball in the quarter. They're up 18 now. Leslie will fire from the outside. That is short. And Kemper will run out. Griffin pulls up, His jumper is no good. Gino corralled.
I tell you, Booneville's going to have to try to find a way to get some points on the board.
Oh, wow. Kitty Paul Gino!
The big fella with the stuff.
But back the other way, the layup no good, but a chance to go to the line for Josh McClellan. And they may be down big, but KPG just threw down one of the highlights of the tournament.
Here we go again. I tell you, I wonder if he had a poster made on that one.
Well, he'll definitely get the opportunity to say that he kind of dunked on Devontae Pollard one day. Pollard had his back turned on that one, but it's the most exciting thing I've seen in the last couple of days of basketball here is when those two guys go up for the same loose ball.
Absolutely. I tell you, two very, very talented big men, and I tell you, they're taking it to one another.
But Kemper does answer on the other end, maintain that 18-point lead, under 2 to go before the break.
Booneville's going to have to find a way to knock down a few threes.
Leslie will take it from the corner, no good. Pollard rebounds. Pollard will break out. Devontae Pollard has it stripped, but the foul is called on Leach, and he was lining himself up for a highlight moment.
Yeah, I think if that foul had not been committed, we were going to see a highlight reel on that one. But there again, I mean, you know, look at the athleticism of Pollard being able to bring the ball up the court with ease and bringing it up the court with both hands. I mean, that's impressive for a big man his size.
First free throw rattles in and out for Pollard.
Interesting situation where all of the Kemper County players are off of the free throw line.
And the other one is out as well. So no points that time down for Kemper County. Minute and a half to go. Booneville trying to cut into this lead, build a little bit of momentum before they head to the half.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to knock down some shots on the outside, and that may open up an opportunity or two on the inside for them. Right now, Pollard's making a huge presence on the inside and altering a lot of shots. So
there's the three. There's one knocked down. Big shot for Antonio Crump.
Big time shot. That's one that they really, really needed. I tell you that maybe we'll start to see a little bit more momentum swing their way.
Under a minute to go in the second quarter. They'll work it into Pollard. Pollard on the block. He has it stripped away, but the possession maintained. That shot is up and no good. Foul on the floor underneath, and it will go against Booneville on Shaquille Prather, and Blue Devil fans not happy with that one.
Yeah, I tell you, as I sit here and I watch Pollard on that particular play, doesn't seem to get rattled. I mean, very, very aggressive play, both players going at it, but didn't seem to get rattled behind that at all. And you know, that's a sign of maturity when you can keep your focus within the game, even though it gets physical.
It'll be McClellan taking the free throws. First one too strong. That's 3 misses in a row for Kemper.
Anytime you get an opportunity to go to that free throw line, you've got to capitalize right here on the charity strike.
Second one goes down. 35-19. Final 40 seconds of the second quarter.
I'll tell you, thus far, I mean, we've seen a really good basketball game. Kemper County still in that zone.
Crump, who just hit the last three, has his pass stolen. It's McClellan. His layup is no good, but Giles, no, that won't go down. And they'll call basket interference as it sat there on the cylinder.
Oh, it rolled around a time or two. Didn't give it a chance to come all the way out, and got a little bit of basket interference on that play. really surprised here that Booneville, with Pollard having 2 fouls, have not aggressively attacked him to try to get that third on him.
Crump gets the final shot off, no good. Rebound by Kemper, and they will hold it as we will go to break. A wild and impressive first half of basketball here in the 3A boys title game. The Kemper County Wildcats on top of Booneville 35-16. We take it down to Ray Coleman with Coach Young.
All right, Coach, you got a 16-point lead. Giles and Pollard, a little bit in foul trouble, 2 foul, but you got to like the way they continue to play aggressive.
Yes, I like that. Pollard, he's going to come out really tough this half. I don't think he liked that first half performance. Giles can come out a little loose now since he got the 2 fouls. We try to rotate him in and make sure we can save him. You saw the zone. We went to a little zone there. Hopefully we can get this big boy started here, this big 6'10" in here, get him something in, get him to move. But right now looking pretty good, but hey, you know it's 2 other halves.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And Travis, I know you were wondering, it's 7 blocks in the first half for Devontae Pollard.
He already has a game's worth of stats with what he's accomplished in the first half. When we return, we'll break down and look at some of those numbers as we get you ready here for the second half of action. Kemper County leading Booneville 35-19 in this Class 3A boys championship game on the MHSAA network.
We have shown opportunity to generations of young men and women, shaped leaders of the past, and guided those to come, lending a hand, finding solutions, honoring a heritage of compassion and service, a feeling of family that starts at home with a global reach, rooted in the foundation of our past, creating the future. This is our state, Mississippi State University.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the MHSAA network, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
It is halftime here of the MHSAA Boys Class 3A Championship. Kemper County on top of Booneville, 35-19. I'm Travis Raychick, joined by Orion Watson, and the Devontae Pollard show has been well worth it so far.
Absolutely. I tell you, he's come out. He's really been outstanding. I mean, he's definitely produced a lot here offensively, being very versatile, utilizing the right and the left hand. Certainly been finishing around the basket. On defense, I tell you, he has been explosive as well on the defensive end. Several block shots, several rebounds. I mean, really altering the game and making Booneville adjust all of their shots.
As we look at the stats for Pollard, sorry to cut you off there, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 7 blocks already in the first half of play. And we have a special treat. We get a chance to catch up with the woman responsible for Devontae Pollard, our Ray Coleman, with his mother right now, right? All right, we apologize. Having a little trouble with the microphone there. We'll try and get back to Jessie Pollard, the mother of Devontae Pollard, here in just a little bit. And all the college coaches that we've talked about here, seeing what they want to see, and the stage is not too big for him. He's a guy that got to this title game as a sophomore, didn't win, as well as Giles, and these are some very motivated seniors, and they've played like that in the first half.
Absolutely. I mean, they've come out extremely aggressive. They've been attacking the basket. The block shots have been able to create some transition. Point guard's doing an extremely good job breaking down the defense, driving, penetrating, kicking to the shooters where they can get some good open looks, and certainly that's made a huge difference in the game.
All right, we want to go back down to Ray, who is standing courtside with Jesse Pollard.
All right, sorry about those microphone problems. Like I said, we have Mrs. Jesse Pollard here. She has her own analysis for the first half. We're going to let her tell you about it right now.
I think Devontae's teammates have stepped up real good. They're hitting those outside shots. They're getting the ball into him. On defensive, Devontae is playing a great game, but on offensive, he's going to have to hit some of those easy shots that he's been missing.
And she's about to take my job, as you can see. Listen, tell us what this entire year's been like for Devontae and the family, you know, just having recruiters there every day, you know, knocking down his door. What has that been like?
We've had a busy recruitment year. Right now, we decided to put it behind us and go for the gold ball. We don't want a trophy at home. We don't want a trophy at Kemper County School. We want the gold ball.
Is Mom going to give us any hints to where Devontae might be leaning? Can we get that out of you tonight?
Well, I tell you this. It's between Missouri, Mississippi State, Alabama, Georgetown,
I understand.
and Texas.
I understand. Now listen, a lot of times we talk about Devontae on the court. Let's talk a little bit about Devontae off the court. What kind of kid is he?
Devontae is a great kid. He goes to church. He's a junior deacon at church. He's an honor roll student at Kemper County High. He's making the principal list every 9 weeks, and I'm very proud of him for that.
Mrs. Pollard, we thank you for your time, man.
Thank you.
All right. Travis, we'll send it back to you guys.
Ray, thank you so much, and great insight. She was very critical of Devontae in the first half, even though he was pretty good. All right, his team is up 35-19 on Booneville. We'll be back with more of the second half action in just a minute.
...2012 could be the end of the rut you're in, of telling yourself you don't have the time, of worrying if you can afford it. No more excuses. With Antonelli College, 2012 could be the year you start training for a career you really want, the beginning of a brighter future, the start of something better. Antonelli College.
Did you know Mississippi's 15 community colleges will teach more than 250,000 people in an average year? Nearly 72% of all college freshmen in our state attend a community college. Average tuition and required fees for the whole academic year are just $2,174. A community college is close to wherever you live. Community colleges provide education and workforce training to help us build job skills. Community colleges, in our second century, making a difference in the lives of Mississippians.
Hotel stays at the Cabot Lodge Jackson North and the Cabot Lodge Millsaps include a complimentary hot breakfast buffet, evening reception with beverages and popcorn, access to a fitness center and complimentary wireless access, meeting rooms for corporate or social functions available at both locations, on North State Street in Jackson near Millsaps College and in Ridgeland off I-55 at County Line Road. Reservation information available at cabotlodge.com.
Kemper County owning a 16-point lead at halftime in the 3A Boys Championship game. And we've talked a lot about the impact that Devontae Pollard has had, but I think when we look at the numbers, the outside shooting, it's a drastic difference on both sides.
Absolutely. I mean, when you take a look at Kemper County, I mean, they're shooting 67% from the three-point line, and you take a look at Booneville's percentage, and they're shooting 17%. That's a huge difference in the game. And then when you look at the blocks, I mean, Kemper has 7 blocks here, so I mean, those stats really stand out to me, and that is the reason I believe that Kemper has the lead that they currently own right now.
Kemper also dealt with a little foul trouble, both Giles and Pollard with 2 there in the first half. They survived, didn't pick up the third, so they should be good and ready to go in the second half.
Absolutely. Survived without getting that third foul, so now, I mean, in the second half, I mean, hey, it's anybody's ball game, and now the guys can actually play a little bit more aggressive than what they did in the first half.
We're looking forward to it when we return the second half of action here on the MHSAA Network.
We have shown opportunity to generations of young men and women, shaped leaders of the past, and guided those to come, lending a hand, finding solutions, honoring a heritage of compassion and service. A feeling of family that starts at home with a global reach, rooted in the foundation of our past, creating the future. This is our state, Mississippi State University.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Welcome back to the Big House, site of the MHSAA State Basketball Tournament. I'm Travis Raycheck alongside Orion Watson, joined by Ray Coleman for the broadcast of this 3A title game between Kemper County and Booneville. We're ready to start the third quarter. The Wildcats owning a 35-19 lead, and we'll have the ball for the first possession. Kemper County, the one seed out of the south in the all blue, and they turn it over right away and quickly. A nice answer, Keldrick Leslie, the steal and the bucket.
Absolutely, I tell you, he's a playmaker. We discussed that in the first half, and there again, came up with a big play for Boone.
Leslie, the leading point man for the Blue Devils. He has 10 now on the evening.
Good aggressive man-to-man here.
And Miller tries to body up Pollard, draws an early foul, and that's just such a matchup nightmare for anybody.
Absolutely, whether you play behind him, whether you front him, I mean, he's a difficult guy to guard.
To get it into Creer, but he has it stolen. Miller coming the other way, deflected by Allen Griffin, chased down, but Griffin won't get to it before it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Blue Devils.
Good hustle play on behalf of Booneville. Good hustle right there with Kemper County. And Booneville comes up with the basketball.
And as Leach makes his move there, he turns it over. So Kemper will take possession, and they'll have to work through a full court press being put on by Booneville right now.
Yeah, that's in their last ball game. I want to say Aberdeen pressed Kemper County and had some success with it.
That time, though, they leak Jonathan Jr. out deep, get him the ball, and he draws a foul. It was a big problem. It was the exact same situation against Aberdeen that Kemper County built a double-digit lead in the second half, and then that pressure really got to him. 30 turnovers in that game. So I got to imagine Coach Smith said, all right, let's step it up.
And being down by 14, I mean, you're going to have to create some type of up-tempo game. And really coming out with pressure defense full court is a smart move on behalf of Boone.
Coach Smith knows what it takes to win it all. He brought this Blue Devil team here last year, got their first title for the school in 48 years. He's got some work to do, down 16, second half. Gino drives, Gino throws it up, no good. Fight for the rebound. But the foul is called that time on Junior. And I feel like Kenny Paul Gino has to get going. He led them with 22 points the other night in the semifinals, only has 4 so far, and he really hasn't gotten a lot of shots.
Absolutely. You know, in order for Booneville to really try to compete and have an opportunity in this game, I mean, he's definitely going to have to get going for them. He's going to have to find a way to score, maybe a little bit different from what he's used to. Maybe he's going to have to shoot a little bit more from the outside, but he's going to have to figure out a way to score and help his team.
Gino only 4 points on the night, has been very active on the glass, leading the team with 9 rebounds. Giles and Pollard working to get it up. Pollard will take it now, the length of the floor. He'll drive and runs into Gino. No call.
No call.
Pollard lays it in.
Wow.
Gives Devontae Pollard 14 points on the evening, traveling that time. Or no, the foul was called on the push before the move was made.
I tell you, when he started making his move to the basket, you gotta make sure you don't impede the progress with those hands.
Greer with his 4th foul already, so he'll have to come out for McClellan. Leslie drives base on his shot over the hands of Pollard, but no good. Offensive rebound Leach fouled as he drives in.
I tell you, going after loose ball, being aggressive, being the first ones to the basketball, which leads now to a foul and an opportunity to cut into this lead from the free throw line.
They'll send Darius Leach to the line. That's his first point of the night, actually, which is surprising. Leach had 14 in that ball game against Bailey last Friday night.
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at two players that are going to have to elevate their games, I mean, you're looking at Gino and you're looking at Leach. They're going to have to provide some support for Leslie.
Knocks down a pair, so it's 39-23. Giles breaks the pressure. He'll put the floater up and off the glass. Soft touch from Nick Giles.
Absolutely. He's been solid all night, and he's coming down with a nice little soft bank shot.
Now Leach drives, body control, can't get it to go. Miller with the rebound, and Miller the putback, and Booneville being very active on the offensive boards.
Here Booneville is in that press.
They almost create the turnover, but Pollard on the floor gets out and to Giles, and Giles, a magician there, not falling down. Now Junior will fire it up. Junior knocks it down. His fourth three of the night.
Wow, he has not missed a three.
Jonathan Junior leading all with 15.
Tell you, he is really showing a lot of confidence.
But Leslie does respond quickly out from McClellan. Gino chasing him down, fouls him before he can lay it in. And the pace picked up real quick there.
Absolutely. It looks like Kemper County, looks like they're prepared for a press tonight. They have thrown over the top on a couple of occasions, and as a result, I mean, they've gotten a basket or two, and now they're at the charity stripe.
And I'm sure Coach Young popped in the tape from the Aberdeen game and said, look, guys, this is how we have to avoid these turnovers from happening again, because he figured Booneville would definitely press, seeing the success that Aberdeen had against him.
Yeah, and I tell you, I mean, right now, I mean, being down 14, I mean, they're definitely going to have to pick up the pace in this ball game.
44-27, 5.5 to go, third period. Leslie, his shot, short. McClellan skies for the rebound, and Giles comes down and pushes. Nick Giles has it knocked away, the foul on Leach.
Looks like Giles got away with a little tap dancing here before he made it to that end.
Yeah, the ball sat on his forehead for a step or two as he gained control of it.
Nick Giles at the line for the Wildcats.
You know, it's interesting to note Giles and Pollard, best of friends, and they've kind of been in this for the long haul since their freshman year playing. Like I said, they got to the 2A, they got to the title game in 2010, losing to Forest, a very good Bearcat team in that one. But they kind of made that pact. We're going to get back. We're not graduating high school without that gold ball, and they're getting close to it.
Absolutely. I mean, they've extended the lead now to 18. They're very well on their way. If they can keep up this same momentum, the same pace.
Pair of free throws for Giles, 46-27. Back in the zone for Kemper County. Leslie's pass is stolen by McClellan. McClellan will come the other way. He'll lay it too strong off the backboard and quickly pushed up by Leach. Now they'll reset with Leach at the top. Gino flashing. Gino gets off his shot, high off the window and good.
Yeah, they're really going to need him to step up big time.
Booneville backs off the pressure this time.
We haven't really seen Pollard touch the ball much.
Now Pollard will set up outside the three-point line. They'll kick it back to Giles. And again, the Cats in no hurry this possession. Looking for Pollard down low. He's doubled immediately. Gets it out to Giles. Giles will fire. Giles too short. Rebounded by Leach.
Good defensive possession that time by Booneville.
Foul away from the basket by the Corey Mason. Only 14 fouls for each side right now, so nobody in the bonus. Just over halfway through this third quarter.
I'll tell you, Kemper's been mixing it up on defense. They're in a man-to-man, then they show zone. Curious to see. I mean, Booneville's going to have to get some outside shooting going here at some point.
Pass is thrown out of bounds. Crump was looking for Nichols and too strong. They'll bring the pressure back as Kemper will get it into Pollard. Now they go for the double. Here comes Pollard on the attack. Pollard will pull up at the free throw line. His jumper, no good. But an offensive rebound pulled down that time by Ruffin.
I'll tell you, on those type possessions, I mean, Booneville's definitely going to have to make sure they block out and secure rebounds.
Shaquille Prather doing some work, trying to body up Pollard. Pollard, though, called for the foul, and Prather does his job as he takes a hard hit.
That was a pretty hard foul there that time, I tell you.
Shaquille Prather had been bodying up Pollard that whole possession, and he took the charge and looked like when he got knocked down, his head may have hit the floor. So he'll check out and catch a breather.
Glad to see he's okay after that possession.
So 3:15 to go, third quarter. Devontae Pollard picks up his third personal foul. Once again, if you would like to purchase a DVD of today's championship games, you can log on to MISSHSAA.TV. Also available, all the exciting semifinal matchups from the past week's games here at the Coliseum. Check all the available championships out at MISSHSAA.TV.
Kemper County's back in that zone again.
Gino again gets his shot elevated and banks it in.
He is really starting to take his game to the next level, man, and his team definitely needs it.
Giles brings it up through the pressure to Junior. Junior from the outside. Finally, he can't connect on the three, and Gino will come out with it. Gino's pass thrown out of bounds. He's looking for Leslie on the wing. So Kemper now will retake over as Giles and Pollard toss it back and forth. Jonathan Jr. up now to Mason. Mason draws contact as he drives, blocking foul on Keldrick Leslie.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that was a tried to get there, tried to absorb the contact and take it. Unfortunately, it looked like the feet were moving, and resulted in a block.
First free throw is no good. In these last couple of minutes, we have seen Kemper get out of their game a little bit. They haven't had great possessions on the offensive end, been a little scattered. We're going to have to calm things down.
Absolutely. You know, when teams come at you with full court pressure, I mean, they make you play it at a much faster pace. And Kemper County, in that fast pace, they're going to have to figure ways to finish.
Gino blocked by Pollard in the lane.
Another block for the big fella.
Giles tries to get it over to Ruffin, but the pass goes off his hands.
So we're starting to see the turnovers mount up on both sides.
Gino had gotten a couple of shots over Pollard and in the last few possessions and got a little brave that time, and Pollard let him know he's still there.
Absolutely. I tell you, just when you think you've settled into a rhythm, then here comes Pollard, and he's sending one back to you.
Crump will drive in. His shot high and over Pollard and good. Mason can't hit on the other end.
Booneville's making a run here.
But they turn it over, and Giles will now push. Giles goes floater. Giles, no good. But foul called on Darius Leach.
Yeah, I'll tell you, in that situation right there, it looks like he went under Giles. And it's good that no one got hurt on that play.
Coach Young bringing Mason over to the sidelines, and I would think he wants his team to slow it down just a little bit. They don't have to push even if they have numbers.
Absolutely. You know, when breaking the press, and unless you have a good, clean look at the basket, probably want to pull it back out, run some clock, get set up in a nice offensive set, and maybe find Pollard inside and see if he can get it going on the inside.
Second free throw good by Giles, so they pick up a little bit of pressure full court and then back off. Gino from the wing. Gino, short, but rebounded inside. Put back is good that time by Jack Nichols. And now the Blue Devil faithful that traveled a long way from up there in Prentice County are on their feet. Their team has cut it to 12.
Absolutely, I'll tell you, they have battled and battled, and they're clawing their way back in this ball game.
47-35, a minute 23 to go here in the third. You see there the shot off the front iron by Gino, but put up and in. Good work on the offensive glass by the sophomore Nichols. Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit, but as much as we said Pollard's name in the first half, they've gotten away from him a little bit. He only has 2 points here in the third quarter.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, very effective in the first half, but here in the second half, they have not utilized him like they really need to here down the stretch. I mean, cannot let the 3 fouls become a factor. If they're going to win it, he has to be your go-to guy.
And Booneville trying to take advantage of their decidedly larger crowd. The Blue Devil faithful come out in full force and can be heard big time now.
Yeah, there seems to be a momentum shift right now, and Booneville is definitely playing with a lot more fire and energy. And there's a turnover.
Leslie the steal, but he comes down out of bounds.
Tell you, that pressure, they're starting to pick the pressure up, and Kemper County is starting to get some turnovers.
And just as you say that, Kelvin Young calls a timeout. He wants a full timeout to really figure out how, first of all, just to get the ball in.
Absolutely. I mean, right now, Booneville, the pressure seems to be becoming more intense and more intense. And with that, I mean, they're going to have to, Kemper County's going to have to get set up in their press offense and figure out a way how to break this pressure.
It's been an impressive run for Coach Young and this Kemper County team. In early January, they came here to Jackson, played Callaway, who's in the 5A title game, lost on that afternoon at the Rumble in South tournament. Since then, have not lost 14 straight to get to this point. Meanwhile, Booneville has barely lost all season, 32-3 as they roll through their side of the bracket to get back here to try and defend their title. So this time they do get the ball in. Pollard gets it up, and Giles now. Giles steps out of bounds, though, and a turnover is created.
Got to take care of the basketball in these situations, and got to make sure you settle your team down, get in a good offensive set, and come out with something positive.
Leslie going to work on Mason. Leslie's shot is up and rolls in. Now a 10-point game.
I tell you, Leslie is an athlete, playmaker, certainly playing with a lot of intensity, a lot of energy right now.
Giles tries to make a move. He has it knocked away. Scramble for the ball, pulled away by Giles. He'll leave it for Pollard, who throws it down with a thunder jam.
Wow. I tell you, I think Pollard's head was in the rim on that one. Big time finish.
30 seconds to go, third quarter. Leslie will try and create. He's been great here in the last few minutes. That time, he gets the bucket, but called for a charge. It goes the other way.
I tell you, great offensive move. Got to the basket. Unfortunately, Kemper County had good rotation on defense and set up for the charge.
Pollard tied up underneath. Jake Hall there in the possession arrow will send it to Booneville.
Another turnover created by the pressure. Booneville was able to get in there and tie him up.
Hall will inbound to Gino. Gino thinks about the three, gets past Pollard, draws contact, and gets it to go.
Big time move.
That time, Datrell Bell tried to step in and draw the charge. He's called for the block. Chance for a three-point play, and chance for the first time in a while that Booneville can cut the lead to single digits.
Absolutely, and on that play, with Gino driving to the basket, that foul could have easily gone on Pollard, which could have set him up for his fourth.
Pollard now will drive the other way and throw it down with the right hand.
I tell you, you get the feeling that the big man wants the goal ball. Coast to coast, delivering the mail.
Got a bit of confusion here at the end. I think there was maybe a foul called before the shot that was thrown up there. So that may be a 1-and-1 situation. So a bad foul there, first of all, on Kemper County. A chance for 3 points with no time on the clock.
Absolutely. And with the way the game is changing back and forth, I mean, momentum is swinging. Booneville, they get an opportunity to cut into the lead. No time on the clock.
Did that dunk just really happen? That was absurd. How Pollard went the distance, went with the right hand as he took off from just inside the free throw line and crushed it.
Absolutely, coast to coast, the big man bringing the house down.
Okay, so they're going to put 0.8 seconds on the clock. And it'll send Leslie to the line for a 1-and-1 situation. Big free throws here, can cut it to 10 going to the final period. Knocks down the first.
I tell you, this is setting up for an exciting fourth quarter coming up.
Second one good as well. Kemper will just toss it in, let the clock wind down, and we are set for a big fourth quarter. Great comeback effort there by Booneville. They've cut it to 10, but Kemper County still leads as Devontae Pollard continues to put on a highlight reel show. The dunk of the tournament right there as his team is up 51-41. We'll be back for an exciting finish here in the Class 3A Boys Championship game on the MHSAA Network.
12 could be the end of the rut you're in, of telling yourself you don't have the time, of worrying if you can afford it. No more excuses. With Antonelli College, 2012 could be the year you start training for a career you really want, the beginning of a brighter future, the start of something better. Antonelli College.
Did you know Mississippi's 15 community colleges will teach more than 250,000 people in an average year? Nearly 72% of all college freshmen in our state attend a community college. Average tuition and required fees for the whole academic year are just $2,174. A community college is close to wherever you live. Community colleges provide education and workforce training to help us build job skills. Community colleges, in our second century, making a difference in the lives of Mississippians.
Hotel stays at the Cabot Lodge Jackson North and the Cabot Lodge Millsaps include a complimentary hot breakfast buffet, evening reception with beverages and popcorn, access to a fitness center, and complimentary wireless access. Meeting rooms for corporate or social functions available at both locations. On North State Street in Jackson near Millsaps College and in Ridgeland off I-55 at County Line Road. Reservation information available at CabotLodge.com.
This broadcast of the MHSAA basketball tournament, made possible in part by McAllister's Deli. Delicious is in the details. By Applebee's. Applebee's proudly supports Mississippi high school basketball. And by Mama Hamil's, serving up scrumptious Southern comfort food. And here we go. 8 more minutes to decide the 3A boys state champion. 51-41. Kemper County with the lead and the ball.
And you know Booneville is going to bring the pressure, so biggest question is, can Kemper County handle this pressure that Booneville is going to bring here in this fourth quarter?
Really didn't get a chance to run much offense in the third quarter. Here goes Giles. Giles, a good look, and the layup right off the bat for Albert Greer.
Good penetration, broke down the defense on the dribble. Nice, easy basket. Sets up his big man for an easy one.
Jake Hall fires from the outside. No. Gino, yes. Skies for the rebound and lays it in. Gino has come to play. He's now up with 8 points.
He has certainly elevated his game in the second half, and I tell you, Booneville really needs it, and I'm sure they're going to feed off of his energy.
Kemper going to try and slow things down. Giles being pressured by Leslie. Pollard going to come out and set the screen. And that time Miller, the foul. And that'll send Nick Giles to the line for the bonus.
Now free throws are going to play a big part here down the stretch. Both teams appear to be in the 1-and-1, so we'll see what Kemper County does right here in this situation. Giles knocks down the first one.
Pushes it to 54-43. Second one is good as well. 12-point lead. Just a minute into this final quarter.
Tell you, plenty of time left.
Jump stop, Leslie. Shot no good, but on the rebound, that one is put up and in by Nichols.
And here they come with the pressure.
And the foul, though, committed by Miller. 2 quick ones on him, and Mason will head the other way.
The ability to step up to the free throw line and knock down free throws is going to be crucial for Kemper. And they're really going to have to focus and make sure that they take care of the basketball, because Booneville is not going to let up on that pressure.
That's foul number 5 there on Jordan Miller. The junior now out of the game, but in for him is Shaquille Prather. First free throw, no good. Remains a 10-point game. Leslie loses control underneath, fight for the loose ball, out comes Giles. We'll set it back up top to Mason.
Good decision and bring it back out.
Fight underneath, good play by Prather, creates the steal, and Booneville another turnover. Gino will launch. Gino, good!
3-pointer.
It's now down to 7. This is the closest they've been since the first half.
I tell you, Gino showing versatility inside and out.
This time they get it up high to Pollard. Quickly double team. Giles in the lane. Giles runs into trouble. Gino sends it the other way, and he leaps over the media table.
I tell you, he is bringing the effort that every coach would love to see.
Giles will have to toss it into the backcourt. Mason tracks it down.
Good on-ball pressure by Booneville.
And Coach Young sees that his guy is in trouble. He will call a timeout there, talk things over. It is now down to a 7-point game, 5:47 to go, and Kenny Paul Gino, we said they would need him in the second half. He has done his part for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, he's definitely stepped up big time. I mean, he's driving to the basket. He's hitting outside shots. He's definitely doing everything he possibly can to put his team on his back and try to lead them to the goal ball.
There's a look at that three as it tried to snake out and then snuck back in. Kenny Paul Gino now up to 13 points on the evening. Excuse me, he's up to 15 now in the contest. Second leading scorer for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, the other player that's definitely going to have to pitch in for Booneville is Darius Leach. I mean, only 3 points. I'm sorry, only 2 total points. I mean, he's definitely going to have to pitch in and help support Leslie and Gino.
Giles, his floater is no good, but Gino can't control the rebound. Expect to see a lot of Giles, a lot of Pollard here down the stretch. Go to your seniors. They will loft it into Pollard. He's working on Prather. Pollard fouled, shot, good, count it.
Wow.
Devontae Pollard up to 20 points on the evening.
And you know, as being their key player, that's what your key players are supposed to do in crunch time situations. Give them the basketball and let them create a play for you.
It's time for Pollard to go to work for Kemper County to hold on to this lead. He's got the 3 fouls, but that's not as much of an issue now with only 5.5 to go.
Absolutely. I mean, 3 fouls, getting close to the 5-minute mark. Goal ball is on the line. You got to go all out.
There he does. He stuffs that one the other way. Here comes Mason on a breakout. Mason lays it up and off the glass. Extends the lead to 12.
You know, the beauty about that block was he blocked it to one of his teammates, which ignited the fast break. Smart heads-up play on his part.
Leslie fouled on the reach. Kedrick Leslie will get a chance to go to the line. And that's an interesting point because a lot of guys will just go up and just swat at it and do everything they can, but he almost controls his blocks.
Absolutely. I mean, you get some guys and they want to send it to the 5th or 6th row, but good heads-up play, blocked it to his teammate, ignited the break, got them a much-needed bucket to extend that lead so they can have some level of comfort here going down the stretch.
Orion, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 9 blocks. He's knocking on the door of a triple-double.
Absolutely. I feel, you know, before this game is over, I believe he'll definitely get that triple-double tonight. So good, solid, all-around game from Pollard, and I think they'll go more to him here down the stretch.
Second free throw is good, so Blue Devils get a pair there. Cut it back to 10. Trouble getting it in. They'll loft it to Pollard. Stolen. And then inside, Leslie gets that layup to go. 8-point game. And the pressure again almost creates another turnover.
Absolutely. A big key coming into this game is going to be Kemper County's ability to handle the pressure.
Junior works it back to Giles. They definitely want to get the ball in Giles' hands as much as possible, but he throws it away. Stolen, and here comes Leach.
He's been quiet tonight. We really need to see him step up and.
Oh, double dribble as Leslie debated on whether to kick it over to Gino or not and took the extra step. So turnover, 4.5 to go.
Right, costly turnover there at that point because you got an opportunity there to cut the lead down to 6, which puts them in close range, as close as they have been throughout this game.
So now Giles will hold it up near midcourt. 4:30 to go. His Cats team with an 8-point lead. Giles going to work on Prather. He'll drive, kick it in the corner. Now down low, and Pollard will put it out. Coach Young telling his guys to hold on to it. Precious time ticking off. They work it in and out again.
I think that Kemper County needs to be tough lovers. You know, in the full court, they've shown that they've had a difficult time handling that pressure. If they bring the pressure in the half court and get some turnovers here while they're trying to run time off the clock,
And they do create the turnover. That time it is stolen by Nichols.
Booneville really needs to capitalize on this possession here.
They work it down low. Pollard, a steal. Pollard will push. He'll go through the lane, draws contact, and will go to the line.
I tell you, to see Pollard get the steal, and then be able to handle the basketball in the open court and go coast to coast, and end up drawing the foul here. I mean, that's impressive. That's the reason why the college coaches are here sitting in the stands.
Yeah, and you saw a quick shot of Mom Jessie there. You know, she's sweating it out there, hoping son can come home with that gold ball. As he knocks down that free throw, it is 22 in the contest for Devontae Pollard. And so long to reach around the offensive guy to come up with that steal.
Absolutely. I mean, in that post position, I mean, you definitely got to hold your position there in that post. But Pollard, with the athletic ability, able to get off of that post and reach around and create that steal and create a big opportunity here for Kemper County.
Second free throw up and good. 23 points on the evening for Pollard. His team back up 10.
And now they're showing zone.
Booneville's going to have to hit some big shots here to cut into that. Gino will drive and kick it to the baseline. Now, Prather on the baseline. His layup, no good. Corralled by Junior. Fight for the ball in the paint. And a foul will be called that time on Booneville.
Good smart play there by Pollard. I mean, just being there in his physical presence altered that shot, you know. So presence created an opportunity. They get a rebound. Now they get a chance to go to the free throw line, and let's see what they do here on the charity stripe.
Jazz Prather, who had just checked in, recently picks up his first foul of the game, and that'll send Jonathan Jr. to the stripe. First one is good. Junior now with 16 points. He's had a big ball game for the Cats.
Absolutely. I mean, he's done an outstanding job shooting the three ball. It's been really, really effective throughout the entire game. Rebounds, hitting the three-point shot, now knocking down crucial free throws.
Second one is good as well.
Kemper County picking up a little bit of full court pressure now.
Hall brings it up. Hall will lay it in off the glass. So a quick answer for the Devils. Now the trap comes. Giles stuck in the corner, but will swing it to Mason. And they'll bring it back up top. 10-point lead, under 3 to go, and start the fouling. Does it look like what Coach Smith is calling for? They're going to send Mason to the line. That's probably a good idea because Mason has not been good at the stripe.
Right, absolutely. I mean, good strategy there. Free throws coming down the stretch definitely going to be a factor here, whether
Mason,
they extend the lead or not.
Mason 0 of 3 from the line. First one, though, is good. Kemper is in the double bonus, so the rest of the game they will be shooting 2. Second one rattles in and out.
I think at some point Booneville's going to have to start thinking 3.
Before the shot goes up, foul on the floor on Giles, and Leach will now get a chance to go for the 1-and-1.
You got an 11-point lead, 2 minutes, 39 seconds. Think Kemper can hold on?
Kemper looking for that first state title since 1992, which is in fact was their only state title. So this has been 20 years in the making to get back to this point. But Booneville will not go away easy. They cut it down to 9. Under 3 minutes.
See if Booneville can create some turnovers here.
Pollard reaches out, grabs that one, gets it back to Giles, so they do break the midcourt strike. Gino with the push. He'll knock Jonathan Jr. out of bounds and send him to the line for a pair. Junior's first free throw is good. He now has 18 in the contest. An impressive performance for him, especially coming off the game against Aberdeen where he only had 2 points in that affair. He's definitely outperformed that showing.
Absolutely. I tell you, he's been a tremendous asset for his team this evening, and really instrumental part in hopefully helping his team bring home the gold ball.
And as Leslie drives, he is fouled. And I got to think Coach Young is wanting anything but a foul from his team right now. If they're going to score, let them score, but let's not stop the clock.
Absolutely. I mean, the clock is to your advantage. Every time it ticks, every second that goes off, it's to your advantage. And you certainly don't want to put Booneville on the line for an opportunity to cut into the lead, and the clock is not running.
Leslie knocks that one down. He continues to have a big night. 67-57, 2:23 to go in this 3A boys title game. Already today we've crowned champs in 2A, the New Site girls and the SV Marshall boys. And then tonight in 3A girls, it was Belmont in a wild one getting that championship. So now the pressure extended. Big time trouble for Giles, but he weaves through it and gets it to Junior. And a smart move by Greer to hold on to it. But they will foul Greer and see if he can make free throws.
It's going to be 2 good minutes of shooting free throws.
We're only taking 1 free throw tonight, made it. The second one is good as well.
So when you go to the free throw line and you're able to knock down free throws in crucial situations, I mean, that just gives your team that confidence that you need down the stretch to be able to put the game away.
And he smoothly gets the second one to go. 11-point lead. Leach will drive. Leach has it blocked by Pollard, and there is the triple-double for the big man.
I tell you, heads-up guy, outstanding leaping ability.
Wow. Woo! Say leaping ability?
Wonder if he runs track.
I know he plays football. He went out this year, caught 10 touchdowns, hadn't played, and decided he wanted to as a senior, and he was pretty good at that too.
Well-rounded athlete, and I'll tell you, certainly is a difference maker.
Leach will penetrate, and he saw 24 coming and took steps. The line right now for Pollard looks like this: 23 points, 10 blocks, 10 rebounds.
Monstrous game for Pollard tonight, and he definitely wants to get that gold ball.
And some of the best dunks you'll ever see in high school basketball.
Absolutely. He's put on quite a show tonight.
So now Kemper will try and milk the clock a little bit here with that 11-point lead, under 2 minutes. And Pollard will handle the ball. Coach Young will take a timeout, make sure his guys know exactly what he wants to do as they try and protect it and bring it home.
Absolutely. At this point, you want to make sure that you protect the basketball. You want to make sure that you make free throws coming down the stretch. And you want to make sure you don't have any careless turnovers.
So this the first day of state championship basketball at the Big House. Tomorrow, some other big-time matchups as well as we get ready for the 1A action. It starts at 1 p.m. with the girls, H.W. Byers, to take on Coldwater. And then after that, it is Biggersville meeting Coldwater. Both the Cougar teams making it here, so a couple of good ones to get you going on Friday. But right now, we have 1:37 to go. Kemper County holding that 11-point lead as Ms. Pollard looks on. As she said it during the halftime interview, she doesn't want a trophy. She doesn't want a medal. She wants a gold ball.
And if they take care of the basketball and make the free throws, they will definitely take the gold ball home.
And there's Devontae with it as Prather will foul him and send Pollard to the line. What's interesting to note is all the great praise you hear about him on the court, you hear just the same great things about his attitude off the court, his maturity. This is a guy that's gone through a lot early in his life. At age 15, he lost his dad to cancer and has battled with that loss and grown even closer with his mother as they've dealt with that and, dedicated himself to the game of basketball.
Right, and you can definitely tell, I mean, he has definitely put time in. He's put the work in. It looks like he's worked in the spring and the summer, and he certainly has an all-around game. And as you said, a very heady and mature player too as well. He's going to make somebody a very, very happy college coach on the next level.
He's up to 25 points. Gino will fire from the outside. Gino will knock it down. So Blue Devils will still not go away. That cuts it to 10. And Kenny Paul Gino has been very impressive. He's up to 18 points, 14 rebounds. His stat line right up there if Pollard wasn't dominating the attention.
Absolutely. I tell you can't take anything away from Gino. I mean, he's definitely stepped up. He's performed. You look at Leslie, he's stepped up and he's performed. They needed more help. And the young man that could have given him that help tonight is Leach. And, but you can't argue with the performance of Gino and you can't argue with the performance of Leslie. I mean, they've done an outstanding job and they're doing everything they can, with a minute 26 left to try to put their team in a position where they can have a shot at it.
Booneville struggled so much in the first half. They built this deficit. They came back and they've cut into that lead and fought their way, but it looks like that first half deficit they got into is going to be what cost them in the end.
Absolutely. And then you look at the outside shooting. I mean, you go back to the three-point shooting. You see where Kemper County, they're shooting 56% from three-point land, and Booneville, they're shooting 22%. Big three-point shots in the first half by Kemper County, and the absence of a three-point shot, with the exception of the ones that Gino made here in the second half, has been a factor in the game.
Pollard continues to make his free throws. Second one on this trip, also good. He now has 27. Jake Hall will fire up the shot. That shot is good too. So another answer and the pressure again. And again, we will see Devontae Pollard go to the line.
I tell you, another key stat that's going to come into play is Kemper County's ability to hit the free throws here down the stretch.
So that'll do it for the evening for Shaquille Prather. He picks up his 5th foul. As Jack Nichols now comes in for him, and Pollard smoothly knocking down all these pressure free throws.
So you can see the fans starting to line up here on the outskirts. They can sense that Kemper County may get this gold ball here. Still got a minute to play.
Leach will drive, throws it high and no good. Brought down by Junior, and then to Giles. Giles will swing it cross court to Pollard, and Kemper able to run a little bit of clock here. And run out and foul Mason and send him to the line, but we are under the 1 minute mark, 11-point game, and it looks like the title is headed back to East Mississippi.
Yeah, and I tell you, on that last play there, I mean, I think Booneville really needs to start looking for that three-point shot. But they're on the penetration, Pollard causes another alteration. So making them alter those shots when they drive to the basket.
Now Mason doing his part to keep that lead. He knocks down 1 of 2. 12-point game. Gino will push.
Got to start thinking three-point shots here.
And you got to shoot quickly. Gino fires it up. Gino, too strong. Rebound, Leslie. Leslie draws contact underneath on Greer, and now Keldrick Leslie will get a chance to go to the line.
Leslie looks like he's limping a little bit. Could have got a little bit banged up on that last play.
Can't say enough about this whole Kemper County team. They had those struggles early in the year, building up 8 losses, but since then rattled off 14 straight wins after losing to Callaway in the Rumble in the South tournament, and now just 40 seconds away from a 15th straight win and a first state title since 1992.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's impressive for them to be able to put together that type of run after that loss. So huge credit to the entire coaching staff and team as well.
Pollard and Giles working back and forth, trying to clear midcourt, cross court all the way to Griffin, and 30 seconds now, except that pass is stolen. And without even taking a shot, Pollard affects that one as it's knocked out of bounds. Nichols thought better than to put it up.
Absolutely. Pollard was positioning himself to get another block on that one.
Inbounds to Hall. Hall will fire up a quick jumper. That is no good. Junior comes down with it. Under 20 to go now. And it looks like Booneville will back off, and the celebration can begin for the boys from DeKalb, Mississippi. Kemper County watches the clock wind down, and they will be your Class 3A boys state champs. Kemper County wins the title game over Booneville by a final of 75-65, and the celebration at midcourt ensues for the Wildcats. An excited group of young men right there. Impressive performance. They built a big lead early on, maintained it throughout, even though the Blue Devils stepped up the pressure and hit their big free throws down the stretch when they needed to. Kemper County, the victory over Booneville, 75-65 to claim the 3A title. When we come back, we'll hear from the champions and crown them with a gold ball.
We have shown opportunity to generations of young men and women, shaped leaders of the past, and guided those to come, lending a hand, finding solutions, honoring a heritage of compassion and service, a feeling of family that starts at home with a global reach, rooted in the foundation of our past, creating the future. This is our state, Mississippi State University.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the MHSAA network, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We're going to make it happen. I'm going to ask Coach a question first, and I'll come to you.
Mississippi High School champions. The Wildcats win tonight 75-65. We want to send it down to Ray Coleman, who's on the court with Coach Young and the MVP, Devontae Pollard.
you, Travis. We're going to start off with Coach Young at this time. Just tell me, you said, you know, they couldn't knock down the free throws, seemed like, at the end. Talk me through that.
Oh, it just, we knew it would come down probably free throw. Hey, Booneville state champ, y'all know that. They defended state champ. I think they left it all on the floor. I mean, I just want to give honor to God and bless this young man for what he went through and some of this team, because we weren't looking good at 5 and 6 early in the year, but we persevered. Everybody, it was a team thing. Coach Carter, my assistant. Oh, it was an overall team thing, and I'm just so blessed and humble for this opportunity.
Devontae, I'll turn over to you now. A triple-double in tonight's game. You've had all the preseason individual accolades. What does this championship mean to you, man?
It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me, my team, my mom, and the community. I mean, when we came into this championship game, it was the only thing on my mind. When we won South State, this was the only game on my mind. I ain't talked to no recruiters. I ain't talked to no nothing. I only went in the gym and practiced on my game to get ready for this game.
Well, you've earned it, man. Congratulations to you both. Good job, man. Congratulations. Travis, we'll send it back to you, man.
For Mr. Devontae Pollard, and there you see Mom Jessie. They shared a special moment before we went to break, a long hug after the final seconds tick down, and she's got to be very proud of her son, who went for 28 points tonight, 10 rebounds, and 10 blocks, a triple-double effort in the biggest game of his life. His final game as a high school player in the McDonald's All-American was all that and probably a little bit more, bring his team to a state title. And we got to give a big shout out to the effort of Booneville, the 2011 state champs. They came strong tonight. The effort from Keldrick Leslie, 24 points, as well as Kenny Paul Gino, 18 points, 16 rebounds. He was impressive. He still has another year to go, but this night belongs to those fellas right there, the Wildcats from Kemper County. And yes, Devontae, you are #1. You're on top tonight, and inspiring performance, what they put on in this game, and overcoming so much. Like Coach said, started the year 5 and 6. Things didn't look so good, but really turned it around after they came here and lost to Callaway. 15 straight wins to build them up to this performance tonight, the 75-65 win over Booneville, and the first state title for Kemper County High School since 1992. And a lot of college coaches on hand to see the performance of the McDonald's All-American tonight. They were not disappointed with the incredible stats he put up, the incredible dunks that he had, and Rick Stansberry is still sticking around. And I'll tell you, Rick Stansberry was here a year ago watching a young man by the name of Rodney Hood, and we've seen what Rodney Hood has done at the college level, and Pollard can do the same with whichever school he chooses. And as Mom told us tonight, it's down to those Bulldogs, Alabama, Georgetown, Missouri, as well as the University of Texas. But he focused. He wanted nothing more than to win this state championship. He put all the recruiting aside to make sure it would happen, and a huge performance in the semifinal win over Aberdeen, and then even more impressive tonight, bringing it all home. And Coach Young and the rest of this team, great effort. Jonathan Jr. was huge tonight. Nick Giles, the other senior on this team, was very big as well. And yes, you see our guy, Orion, ready to give out the gold ball to the 2012 Class 3A Boys champions, the Kemper County Wildcats. And Pollard will hold on to the ball as he gives it a soft embrace. Been waiting a long time to do that. Unbelievable game tonight here in the Class 3A Boys Championship. Kemper County once again wins the 3A title, 75-65 over Booneville. For Orion Watson, for Ray Coleman, I am Travis Raycheck. Thanks for tuning in here on the MHSAA Network.